So the stakeholders are usually not involved at every stage. They're only towards the deciding stage or, the
Yes,
final
you're right.
stage, right?
Yes.
So don't you think in that case, whatever work we are doing, everything should be self-explanatory on the screen?
Firstly, you are right. Very good thought process automatically manifests into a good product. So there's no doubt about it. But sometimes you can come to a decision without a thought, or sometimes you can come to a decision with a very strong thought.
Okay.
The same decision, right? And as a stakeholder, all you are looking for at some points is how strong is your thought process so that I can go and bet that experience. Because ultimately, as a business, I need to risk, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? All I'm trying to do is reduce the risk of the gamble. So I'm trying to take a gamble. I want to take this experience forward and test it out. But before that, I want to understand as designers, as product managers, or as a business stakeholder, how strong is my hypothesis? Like, how strongly do we think that this is how it works?
Okay.
So you might have gotten that idea right in the first iteration, right in the first initial hypothesis. The moment the problem is given to you, immediately that thought might have come. And the same thing might have happened after 20 iterations and you return back to the same approach which you initially thought. This can also happen. But the difference is initially you were very ambiguous. But after 20 iterations, you came back to the same decision, but you had a lot of clarity about the decision you're taking. So
Yeah.
this clarity is what reduces the risk of my gamble as a business.
Okay.
So ultimately, it doesn't depend on what is the right design. I mean, nobody knows it. Largely, it depends on how strong are about our hypothesis and how much have we debated and how much have we thought, how much have we done deep dive is what really matters. All of us should change our perspective from thinking that are we achieving the right design. No, you're not really achieving what is right design because that doesn't exist. What we are achieving is a lot of clarity from whatever design decisions we have taken so that we're reducing the risk of the gap.
Okay.
Now, the second part of the question about the presentation part is your presentation should really be as self-explanatory as possible. It's very important. Especially in stakeholder meetings, you do not really have a lot of time to make them sit and go through each and every slide and each and every decision. So, one, yes, the experience by itself should be very self-explanatory. Now, as a stakeholder, when I'm looking at an experience, I will be imagining that I am looking at it from a user's perspective.
Yeah.
So it is not going to be totally right, okay? Because I will not really be the actual user, but I'm going to do that. As a stakeholder, I'm always going to do that. I'm going to look at the experience as if I'm in the shoes of the user, okay? As if I'm empathizing the user. That's all I'll start looking at it as a stakeholder. Now, when I'm doing that, you'll have to make things very easy for me. Is it very obviously evident that this has been a very well thought out solution? Or does it require additional inputs from the presentation so that I focus on some of the very important decisions which have been taken, which helps me understand that, okay, this is not very risky. This is well thought out. So both are important. That's why in your presentations, I ask you to take the screen, break it down, and talk about the decisions which you have taken over there, and then support it with whatever insights you have from research.
Okay.
Or sometimes you might not have research for it, but you have debated it enough that you are very strong about the rationale of doing it, right? So both parts are very important. So the product by itself making very good sense. On top of it, you're also presenting, breaking it down and talking about decisions in a very detailed manner. Both of them combined give me that confidence that,
Okay.
okay, fine, I think I can take this decision and I think this is a good gamble. Either me or a stakeholder or anyone, just because they're taking decisions doesn't mean they are gods, doesn't mean they are right. They have the power to take decisions because they are playing the money game. Like my money is in the game, therefore I'm taking a decision. It's very simple. I am not taking a decision because I am right or I'm a god and I know exactly what works. Then why do I need you to design? I will design it, right? If I know what works, right? So we need to have this mentality shift, right? So a decision maker is more dependent on me to take a good decision. It's the other way around. A decision maker is not someone who is like a master and I'm a slave and I'll do things whatever they say. Got it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.